Cuddy from Cuddy TV in the building, you already know what the f going on. Niggas talking top 10, top 20, top 5. Nigga, you not even top 5. Let me show you what top 5 really is. Niggas want this crown, come and get it. Know that in the f***ing building. Cuddy TV, let's go. I got everything. We on everything. Jersey, we on. What's going on, y'all? We back at it again with another hair vlog. So the last time I got my hair cut was the first time I ever moved to LA. So if you ain't see that video, go watch that last video. But I got a Jersey goat in the building, some Jersey's finest. So I'm officially about to get an official East Coast haircut, and I wanted to show y'all today. Feel me? So my boy Geo here. Where you at? Geo!
Yo!
My guy Geo in the building. And he about to give me one of the flyest cuts that y'all have ever seen in y'all life. And we're gonna ask a couple of questions to Geo. I wanna bring y'all in on his journey, man, cause he's been grinding a long ass time. I've been getting cuts from him since 2012 and before that. So let's catch up with Geo. Let's get a fucking haircut finally. And let's go. Finally getting the cut.
How's it feel getting the cut?
Yo, it's been a minute, honestly. It's been a minute. And I'm excited for the people about to see, honestly. Cause I know you've been cutting for a long ass time.
Yeah.
When did you like primarily start cutting?
Primarily?
Yeah, like when did you like
when I actually started taking it like serious?
Yeah, like yo, I'm gonna pick up a pair of clippers and I'm gonna call myself a barber.
Like I've been cutting since I graduated high school, like 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started at a barbershop maybe like 2-3 years later. But I was only working on the weekends.
Alright.
I had a full-time job. I was working at a warehouse job. That was like my first job out of high school. But then what happened, like when I actually started taking it serious, I had gotten fired out of my warehouse job. And right at that time, I was in the transition of going to a different barbershop.
Alright.
That's when I got into IRevive. So I was going to work there for the weekend only because I still had that warehouse job. But right before I started, I got fired. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me take this shit serious, see how far I can get. Like, so, you know, I shifted all my focus into that. And at first it was rough though, because I didn't have that many clients.
Right.
I only had like, maybe like a handful amount. And I wasn't as good as I am today.
Yeah,
so
nice today, boy.
But I had a grind for that. I was dedicated, I was focused, had to manifest everything. Like shifted all my energy into that. And then I got better every day. Started building my book fast. I came from like cutting like 2 people on a Friday or Saturday to being booked out a week in advance.
Damn.
So like I'm a walking testimony pretty much. Like for any other barbers that's starting, like this shit is no joke. But that shit come with a lot of blessings.
Yeah,
I got blessed with a lot of opportunities to travel, meet all different kinds of people from all over, all different types of people from all different types of careers and professions. And I love it.
Damn.
Like you see now, where we at? We in Cali. We in Cali.
LA, baby.
I'm in Cali.
LBC, actually.
Cut in Cali.
Facts.
A little ghetto with the cake, but we made it work.
I mean, this is just straight Cali shit, honestly. So you brought up the IRevive. Now, you've been with IRevive for years. I think
since they first opened.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you really like, that's what brought your game all the way up. You went from like a little bit of bookings to booked out when you got with them. So just, how was it getting with him, you know, Ron, right? Yeah, Ron, right? Yeah, so you got with Ron and it was like your whole career changed. So let's just talk about that.
Yeah, that's because I was so the previous shop I was at, NBA, the nicest barbers around. I was surrounded by barbers that were just kind of here just to make money, and they were all older. So I was like, I didn't feel motivated as much. I started losing my spark. So once I got to IRevive, it was a whole bunch of young barbers. There was like 7 of us in there, all young, already like make noise, cut hair. So I was surrounded by good barbers. and just like I learned from every single one of them. Like every little technique, I pick something up and just put it to the table. I put it into my skill set,
Right.
and that's how I learned, just from watching others, picking up on certain things, trying it on my own, doing it my way, making it my own style. So it became a blessing just being in a barbershop, surrounded by top barbers of the whole county.
Yeah, I was about to say, they definitely are.
Yeah.
I would say IRevive probably the top youth-owned barbershop in the whole.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Camden, but in the whole like South Jersey, honestly. What do you think you learned the most just from your time there?
What I learned the most?
Yeah. Cause there's a lot of things that's changed about you. You've gotten like compellingly better. You've even added services to your haircuts now.
Yeah.
So it's like you've grown so much.
Yeah. That's actually a very good question. That's something I really gotta think about. Like, what I learned the most out of it.
I like that.
Damn, Cuddy. That's a very good question.
Man, my job, baby.
Hell yeah.
Or just one thing that you picked up that changed the way you cut today.
I don't know. I would say just like learning to like dictate my own clients. Like
Okay.
learn to like carry myself a certain way so I can cut a certain type of clientele, a certain type of demographic. Like I gotten better. I got my skill set to a higher level where I can choose who I want to cut. I'm not just cutting anybody. I decide who I want in my chair. Like people, if they want to get a cut by me, like the way I am on a professional level is like I got it set up to where like you gotta pay a set price
Right.
to sit in my chair. It's not just a regular price compared to these other barbers around the area. So it's just not anybody gonna be booking me.
Right.
I'm not getting cheap clients. A lot of cheap clients come with more problems.
100%.
So people that are willing to pay, you know, they coming with it's like straight to the point, straight to business. So I think that's one big thing that I could say helped me.
That's fire. Alright, so IRevive, I feel like started the build, but now you're expanding. You're getting out of Jersey. You cut outside of Jersey now, right? On like the weekends, right?
So I'm working with this beer company called Maestros.
Yeah.
So I get my part going cutting at that barbershop every other Tuesday.
Okay.
So, which is also great too because I have clients in Philly. So sometimes a lot of them don't want to come to Jersey just simply because they want to pay the toll or the distance a little far. So it also helps because it helps expand my clientele from other states and other cities. Or sometimes because the company itself, it's more like a private one-on-one grooming experience. So compared to the barbershop, where it's your typical 4 or 5 barbers in one shop and other people waiting around. Like some people don't want that. Some people just want a more of a private experience. So it's a more upscale vibe.
What would you say is like the different, like, just feel between cutting at both shops? I mean, between the clients, the experience?
The clientele. The clientele that come to my shows is more like people that got real good careers, like doctors, dentists, lawyers. Compared to the barbershop, it's more of an urban feel. So, you know, I'm cutting anybody.
Right.
Doesn't matter who it is. Kids, people that got normal jobs, people that do music, like anything. So it's a different feel.
Okay. Alright, so with the expanding over to Philly, you in a new barbershop. Do you got plans to open up your own barbershop?
Yep, eventually. You know, I'm just waiting to certain things to align correctly.
Right.
And then eventually in the next coming years, or maybe even months, who knows?
Yeah, I was about to say, I wouldn't cancel out months.
Yeah, that's something to stay tuned for. But Yeah, eventually trying to open up my own barbershop. I think one of the hardest things right now is trying to find reliable barbers.
Yeah.
There's not too many of that. There's either barbers that know how to cut but aren't reliable, or barbers that are reliable but just doesn't have that good work ethic to become a better version of themselves.
Right.
So like I take what I do like very serious and professional. So trying to find barbers like that on my levels is kind of hard.
Would you like train barbers? Like,
yeah, I would.
Would you ever get into like
Like,
maybe like a barber masterclass?
Yeah, I would. It's just my thing is trying to like learn and teach. I think that's something I would have to work on, like learning how to teach people. Because when it comes to cutting hair, it's easier to show you than try to explain it to you. So it's just something I gotta work on.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys. So you were here. You got to meet the one of Jersey's finest barbers, Geo. I'm gonna let him do any closing words, anything he has to say to you guys. If you got any advice to any young barbers coming up, anything that you want to tell them, this is your chance, and tell them your social media on where they can find you to get a cut at for sure.
You try to get in contact with me, you can follow me on Instagram at Sole_Faded, SOLE_FADED. You can find me in Burlington in New Jersey at IRevive Hair. Like I said again, my Instagram is Sole_Faded. Feel free to get in contact with me, schedule an appointment, bring you back to life. That's what I'm here for.
Facts. So make sure y'all tap the link inside of his bio. Make sure y'all book y'all appointments, man. Geo, Burlington, New Jersey. If you're in the Philly, New York, or New Jersey area, make sure you tap in with my guy. Make sure you get you a cut so you can be fucking some hoes this weekend.